Welcome everyone to another episode of the Pokémon Renewal Project. Today covering
Pidgeot!
the bird Pokemon. Why'd they even make this category thing? Anyways, this majestic big avian was the original early route bird Pokemon that inspired so many others, a loyal companion in the entirety of the Kanto games. However, its wings were clipped by the fact that it wasn't supposed to be too strong for playthrough balancing purposes. But we've come to the rescue as we ask, how are we going to renew it? First off, I was genuinely considering changing its typing to pure flying. Normal as a secondary typing almost always just hurts, especially since it makes the flying type lose its resistance to fighting. But the more I thought about it, the more I felt like I couldn't. I mean, it's probably the most normal of the birds. If any fit in the normal flying type is this family. But on another note, finally, for the first time in this series, we're covering a Pokemon with 2 regular abilities. Yay! But all 3 of them aren't exactly the stuff of legends, so let's go over them one by one. Number 1 is Kenai. It's pretty okay, but accuracy and evasion are either banned or uncommon in competitive, and due to that, I propose to make it also ignore the target's defense or special defense boosts while attacking, by using their keen eye to identify weaknesses and target them specifically, without it actually being crits. This would make it a pretty decent answer to setup walls and even some unaware mons. Tangled Feet is absolutely garbage, situational and RNG based. It's just awful. I gotta rework it significantly. I want to make it give the Pokemon a speed boost in the end of every turn it's under the effect of a status, either a normal one or a volatile one, stacking to give 2 if both are active. This wouldn't take away the original purpose of the ability while removing RNG from the equation. It would also be decent to self-inflicted with orbs and run Stab Facade. I should also mention that the Japanese name for this ability is Stuttering Steps, which wouldn't really fit with racing speed, but it wouldn't help with evasion either, so I'm choosing to disregard that angle entirely. Big Pecs is Pidgeot's hidden ability, and its Japanese name is Pigeon Breast? Okay, it's absolutely garbo too, specifically for a frail Pokemon like Pidgeot. Once again, the Japanese name confuses me. It feels like this was just a filler ability because they couldn't come up with a good one for birds. The English name suggests offensive capabilities, while the Japanese and the actual functionality of the ability is defensive, so I decided to merge the 2. The ability now makes the Pokemon immune to stat drops for defense and the Pokemon's 2 highest stats, making it a half clear buddy that is also adaptable to other Pokemon and to whatever set you're running. Moving on to stats, Pidgeot got 10 extra points in speed in Generation 6, sitting at 417.9 BST, literally a point below our buffing range of 480 to 520. That's too damn close. So, its new base stat total will be 519, being the first Pokemon we cover to get our static 40 point buff. But first, I want to completely differentiate it from Mega Pidgeot, so I'm actually taking away 20 points from its special attack, leaving it at 50 and giving us a total of 60 points to redistribute. Pidgeot's new stats are 120 attack, 80 defense, 80 special defense, and 111 speed. These stats granted a negligible bulk boost, the same it got from Mega Evolving actually, while making it physically powerful and decently speedy. Running calcs using this new stats on Generation 8 National Dex, max attack and speed while holding heavy-duty boots, we find that it outspeeds and has a chance to 2-hit KO Garchomp, it 2-hit KOs Como, does surprisingly well against Rillaboom, and OHKO's Volcarona. But the real power comes soon. Pidgeot's move pool right now is very shallow. With only access to the bare minimum, it needs to actually participate in a battle. Brave Bird, Quick Attack, Double Edge, Facade, U-Turn, Defog, Agility, Roost, and Tailwind. It sorely lacks in coverage and utility. It can't even boost its attacking stats. So, we have a lot to fix here. First up is giving it access to Sword Stance and Hone Claws, two different physical offensive setup moves that can work towards Pidgeot actually sweeping. But next, we need to actually give it the tools to do so. Knock Off, Brick Break, Rock Slide, Shadow Claw, Play Rough, Dual Wing Beat, Acrobatics, Fling, Extreme Speed, and Thrash. Knock Off provides amazing utility as well as making thematic sense. I mean, how often do birds swipe shiny things and food? Plus, it already learns Thief. Brick Break would be a pretty good option to hit rock and steel types, while being more believable than something like close combat. Rock Slide makes sense. It can pick up a bunch of rocks and yeet them at the opponent. I mean, real birds already do that. Shadow Claw is self-explanatory. Every normal type should have a ghost move. It even already gets Ominous Wind. Play Rough is strong and great for coverage, while playing into the good nature and social aspect of this little pigeon. Dual Wing Beat is a strong alternative to the recoil-based Brave Bird. Honestly, I think it will get it when it shows back up in a mainline game. Acrobatics, on the other hand, it should already have, along with Fling. Not just for the possible synergy with each other, but for the same reasons as Rock Slide, birds fling stuff commonly. Extreme Speed should be easy for you to figure out. This verb is zooming. And it's also stab. What's not to love? Now, Thrash is something basically any living creature can do, but specifically a strong stab move that triggers Confusion to work with the new Tangled Feet is just an awesome prospect that I can't ignore. I'll let you guys run the calcs with these new moves on your own today. Onto move buffs. I want to give Steel Wing 100% accuracy. Like, seriously, why isn't it already? I want to buff Pluck to have 90 base power, making it stronger for those that don't get access to either Brave Bird or Dual Wing Beat. Now, unrelated to Pidgeot, I want to buff Foresight to make it useful? My try at this is making a special attacking move with 60 base power that also has its normal effect. I want to make Razor Wind 140 base power, trying to justify using it at all. Maybe it can actually be decent with Power Herb? I also want to make Swift be +1 priority, like the name implies. Japanese name be damned. Plus, I wish more priority moves were special. Now, for the freeze-dry normal move, I figured if any type should never get one, it's normal type. Not much more to say about that really, so that's pretty much it for Pidgeot. Overall, kind of a crappy Pokemon, despite its higher stats than some we've already covered, mainly because of its lackluster move pool. Hopefully we fix that, along with making it more powerful overall, and fixing the underwhelming abilities. But now I want to know your opinions. How do you feel about these new changes? Do you like the new reworked abilities? Should I have made Pidgeot more of a special mon to fall in line with the Mega? Were the stat buffs well distributed? And more importantly, is it all fun? Remember to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my changes to your favorite mon. I've been Kilbo, and that's all I have for today's episode of the Pokémon Renewal Project. Hopefully, I'll see you next time.